So I had the opportunity this morning to ride along Butler, and I want to share with you a little bit of my experience. First of all, I felt like the bike lanes were pretty adequate. They were in pretty good condition. As you can see, the barriers are very much intact, and the bollards are very much all upright and looking good. The lanes did have some cinders, but they weren't so bad. And I really appreciated the separation that the barriers provided me as a cyclist, riding adjacent to cars going 35, 45 miles an hour at times. So this is approaching the intersection at Lone Tree and Butler. And as you can see, there's a lot going on here. Lots of cars moving, cars to my right making right-hand turns, and it's a lot to handle as a cyclist. I definitely saw other people riding their bikes and was even able to speak to a couple of them about their experiences. I feel like the separation that these barriers provide and the efforts that the city has taken really go a long way in addressing our culture in this community around how to best serve all modes. And it's a big step forward for Flagstaff that I'm very proud of. One thing I noticed riding along these lanes that it's different than the rest of town is that, in the rest of town in bike lanes, you have cars swerving in and out of the bike lane in front of you, behind you, adjacent to you at times, and it's really a sketchy situation for a cyclist that all cyclists know too well. But along the Butler Pilot corridor, cars are very respectful of the bike lanes, and they are definitely not swerving in and out of the bike lanes due to these barriers and due to the potential damage to their own vehicles, right? And that goes a long way, knowing as a cyclist that these cars are really paying attention and are not just using the bike lane as added space for their travel, and are really, slowing down a bit. At times there are trash cans in the bike lane that you have to navigate as a cyclist, but all in all, it's not a bad thing. Take a listen to what someone who rides this corridor often had to say.
Well, the bollards out here and the protections make me feel a lot better about riding on this section of Butler. I mean, I have no worries about a car getting anywhere near me when they're flying by this fast. But the second you get out past Whole Foods onto that section of Butler, I mean, they're flying by at 50 and I don't feel comfortable at all. And I'm really hanging to the right, and there's cars turning everywhere, not ignoring, any bike lane. So it makes me just feel awful out there. And then they completely disappear on further down on Butler, and there's no bike lane whatsoever, and I'm fighting for space with cars. I feel bad. They probably are annoyed. It's a lose for everybody. I hope you guys don't remove them. This has made Butler, and I've seen a lot of other people, a much more bikeable place, considering it's one of the main arteries in Flagstaff. I think it's a bad idea to remove them and just discourage more people from biking in already our bike-friendly community. I don't know why we'd push people away from it.